1 week before starting your fast, you need to cut out all. Hey friends, so for this year I've been doing a lot of fast. Now I'm no stranger when it comes to fasting, and this is just my experience. I'm not a doctor and I don't claim to be. Always consult with your physician before trying anything online that you see, okay? So back to what I was saying. I do a lot of fasting, and specifically this year I've been fasting because I need to get my weight in my life in check. And I've been eating all these kind of vegan foods that are not so great and putting on pounds. For example, eating potato chips. It's vegan, but it's not healthy, and it's not raw, and it's not wholesome, and it's made in the factory, even though you can make your own. I'm blabbering. Let's get to the point. So, how to properly fast for supreme health. The number one thing for me, what I always do, I need to determine why. Why am I fasting? So for you, why are you fasting? Why do you want to fast? What is your purpose? What brought you to the thought of fasting? For example, are you doing it for spiritual reasons? Are you doing it for religion, like the Daniel fast? Are you doing it to lose weight? Are you doing it for health? Are you doing it to detox? What is your why? And it's best for you to have a little journal, a notebook, and take notes, because it's good to journal and get it from your head to paper. We'll talk about that another time, but it's really important that you do that. You just need to determine the type of fast that you're going to do. Number two, you need to figure out what type of fast you are going to do. You have many different types of fasts. So for example, you're doing a juice fast, a water fast, a liquid fast, a smoothie fast, a technology fast. What kind of fast are you doing? And based on your why, it will have a lot to do with the type of fast that you're going to do. For example, I'm overweight, I'm obese. That's the reason why I want to fast. So I need to eliminate foods. So I think I'm going to do a juice fast. Does that make sense? Yes? Okay. So determining the why and determining the type is very important. They do go hand in hand. 1 week before starting your fast, you need to cut out all the BS foods, the standard American diet. There is no Chick-fil-A, there's no Bojangles in the morning, there's no grits. Grits are good, but there are no grits. There's no eggs, there's no caffeine, there's no soda, there's no alcohol, there's no bread, there's no pasta. The list goes on and on and on. 1 week before your fast, you need to focus on what? Eating salads. This is a recommendation. You can do fruits if you can. Whatever it is, it needs to be something that's easy on your digestive system, something that's not too heavy on your stomach, and something that is good for you. You do not want to put your body in a state of shock jumping into a fast. It's just not good for your body, okay? So 1 week before, you have to cut out all that bad food and just eat salads. If you are a little advanced, make your homemade dressing at home, or just try to find a really good salad dressing from a natural store that has 5 or less ingredients, and all of the ingredients you can read. You do not want to get some ranch dressing with all of those ingredients in there, slap it on the salad. No, friends, don't do that. So 1 week before your fast, you need to eliminate and replace with better food. Then you need to, during this 1 week of, introducing yourself to better eating your salads, I need you to remove the things that do not serve you on this fast. For example, being intimate with your partner, or being intimate with anybody, going to the club to turn up, watching things, grown-up movies and grown-up shows, if you know what I mean. All of these things that don't serve. Eliminate TV because you're going to see an ad of a Wendy's burger, and you're going to be like, oh, I'm going to start next week. Oh, I'm going to start the first of next month. Oh, I'm going to start next spring, what have you. You don't want to keep starting over because you're being tempted. Be smart, be wise, eliminate all of the temptation, all of the noise, outside noise that's going to draw you back into getting away from what you don't want. Okay? Does that make sense? Give me a thumbs up if it does, friend. Now, I need each of you to be prepared. We already talked about having a journal, but I need you to be prepared in terms of have it wrote down. If you're juice fasting, the week before, you need to know what juices you're going to have, or if you're going to buy juices from online sources. I completed a juice fast through the company Pure, not sponsored, but I really like using their company. You have to be prepared or you're going to fail. What's the saying? If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So you need to be prepared, understand what you're doing. If you're doing smoothie fast, what smoothie are you doing? What kind of smoothie? If I gave you a call on the phone and I said, okay, today's Sunday night and you are, starting tomorrow, well, what are you doing? What do you have? Okay, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all those days are covered. You do not want to not start because because you are not prepared. You need to be prepared. Know that you're going to have some detox symptoms on this journey. Know that you're going to have some detox symptoms on this journey. Whether that's sweaty palm, body odor, feeling nauseous, lightheaded, feeling like your stomach's going to cave in because you haven't ate in 2-3 days. When that happens to me, I know I'm fine. I was about to say you're fine, it's okay. But again, I'm not a doctor. I can't tell you those kind of things, especially over the internet. However, you need to know that you will have some sort of detox symptoms, especially if you have been eating a poor diet through years, if this is your first fast, or just over the past few months. Your ass is gonna pay for it, if you know what I mean. Always stay hydrated when you are fasting. It's really hard to get that water in. Just try to force it down. You don't want to become dehydrated and end up feeling worse than what you started. The goal is to reach supreme health and feel better mentally and physically, emotionally. You want to feel good as a whole. So stay hydrated. That's really important. Drink your water. Try to get as much water in as you can. With me, I try to get in at least 64 ounces if I'm doing a juice fast, because a lot of my hydration do come from juicing. But again, if you're doing smoothies or whatever kind of fast you are doing, stay hydrated. Also, no crazy workouts for the heavy lifters. Don't try to lift very heavy. You're gonna hurt yourself. Now, when I'm fasting, I still work out. I'm not telling you to, but for me, I still work out. And on my fast, just doing light activities. I'm not doing nothing crazy. And I also enjoy going in the sauna. It's my favorite thing to do in the gym. But again, no crazy power lifting, running 10 miles a day. It's okay to take it easy. It's only for 3-day fast, 7-day fast, 30-day fast, whatever you decide to do. Don't overdo it with working out, because you can hurt yourself. Now, this is really important, friends. If you don't take anything else away from reaching optimal supreme health through fasting, if you don't hear nothing else, you have to trust yourself. I don't care what I do. I don't care what Johnny do. I don't care what Tina do when they're fasting. If you feel like you need to stop fasting, stop. You've been living in your body. How old are you? You're 30, you're 32, you're 40, you're 50. You've been in that body 50 years. You know what feels off and what feels just not right. Now, again, we'll experience some detox symptoms, but if you feel like you're just going to pass out or you're passing out, you have to trust your body and yourself and be smart enough to know, okay, this doesn't feel right. I fasted for 2 days. I want to go ahead and stop. That's a win, friend. That's a win. You took 2 days and fast. Write down how you felt. Write down what kind of fast you did and try it again at a later time. But do not force your body, because your body will give you warnings like, this ain't working. I don't like it. Stop. Your body will give you those signals, and just listen. You have to start listening to your body. We all as people have to start listening to our body, because our body is so intelligent. Our bodies will give us signs and we'll ignore it, such as you getting a bump in certain areas of your face. That's where face mapping come into place. Or you get a pain in your leg all of a sudden. Sidebar, my mom had a pain in her leg. Long story short, it ended up being a tumor. But prior to the tumor growing, prior to any of that, it started with a simple pain. So your body is always giving you warning and signs. You have to listen. And lastly, when it's time to break your fast, you don't want to go back to the things that you were doing before. So, example, if you are one who had high blood pressure and you eat a lot of fried foods or a lot of pork, it will be smart to not go back to that food at all. Does that make sense? And you have to take it easy, especially if it's been an extended fast. You have to be sure that when you do break the fast, that you are not going back to fried food or processed standard American food, because you will get sick. Now, I will say this. I've been fasting all of January. My cute self went out to celebrate with my daughter for her birthday. She turned 11. So we went to an Indian restaurant, vegan food, right? And I had some eggplant, like soup situation, some rice. I had samosa, and it was one other thing. When I say I felt sick as a dog, I wanted to throw up. I just could not believe I set myself up like that. And I know better. Come on, y'all. I know better, but I got caught up in the moment and wanted to do something special. Now, I could have went to a different restaurant, which we did. It don't even matter. I just could have handled that better. I could have gotten a salad, or we could have went somewhere else where there were better options for me. Long story short, when you break your fast, do it smart because you don't want to hurt yourself. The point of fasting is to reach supreme health and stay safe and stay healthy and stay feeling good, if that makes sense. So if you made it this far in the video, I want you to tell me, do you plan on fasting 2025? If so, what kind of fast are you deciding to do? Let me know down in the comments, and I will see y'all in the next video.